Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ivy, moderator for today's webinars. Welcome to today's webinars. Our webinars will start at 4 p.m. sharp. So welcome to our webinars. Today's webinars will take about 1 hour, which divide into 45 minutes for sharing sections and 15 minutes for Q&A sections. For your information, today's webinar will live at Facebook page, Utah for You. If your friend wish to join us, can visit our Facebook. If you have any questions, please paste at the chat box. We may not answer all the questions if time constraint. Today's our topic is my journey as a logistics and international shipping student. We are glad to invite 3 students from Logistics and International Shipping Society to share their student life at Utah. Without further delay, let's welcome Kim Hao, Eng Xiong, and Jin Xiang.
Yes. My name is Ku Kim Hao. I come from School Dai Johor. Currently, I'm studying year 2 sem 3 in Bachelor of Logistics International Shipping. Before that, I am a style stream student who study in SMK Dhamma University. Yes.
Hello everyone, my name is Untitled from Kuala Lumpur. I'm studying Bachelor of Science Logistics and International Shipping. Now is year 2 semester 3. My secondary school is from Kuching High School.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Bang Jin Xiang, which come from KL, and now I am pursuing my study year 2 sem 3 study in Logistics and International Shipping program, and my secondary school is Chonghua Independent High School, KL. Miss Ivy.
Hello, Kim Hao, Eng Xiong, and Jin Xiang. May I know what are you facing during Form 5 or after Form 5?
Okay. Actually, I take UEC and my result is not very good. So after that, I have considered whether I want to go overseas or stay local. But that time, I don't know what to study. So I follow my friend's option and come and study this course. Yeah.
For me, I think when I am in secondary school, many of my classmates will choosing about the overseas studying mood rather than choosing stay in local to study the local university. And I also have some confusion about choosing my course and the option because I don't quite know about the program offered in the Utah or offered in the university and other university.
Okay, for me, the problem that I'm facing during Form 5 is, to be honest, I would say my experience result is not very good. But luckily, my friends, elders, and family are very supportive of me to continue the study. So, other than that, in 2017 and 2018, I'm getting influenced to study this course logistics since I heard from my senior and teacher that saying that the logistics is a future trend industry. It's a more interesting industry. Yeah. So I heard from that. So I also have been working in the logistics industry in the Singapore after graduating from SPN. So after getting in touch with logistics, I'm getting more interested in it. So I would like to continue study by the support of my friends, elders, and families. So, but the main problem that I face in that moment, I think, is what what universities are most suitable for me to join. Yeah, so that's all for me.
Okay. May I know how do you make your decision? Like, why end up you study at Utah and for this programs?
Oh, actually, this is a long story for me lah. And I am a science stream student when I am in secondary school kind, and I am not quite interested into those science course, something like the physics, chemistry, and biology. I'm quite weak about on these three subjects. So, I do want to give out my background of the science stream background. So I've tried to find some of the courses offered by the all university in the world through the internet, and also have go through some of the education fair which held in Mid Valley, KL, and I find out that I have some of interest in the computer courses, and which is not quite scientific subject, and also and I finally find out another subject is the logistics subject. Then I come to across about the two subjects to choose. But finally, I choose the logistics because I think that I interested in the computer software of usage, but not the coding and developing the computer software. So I finally made a decision on choosing the logistic course, which is something like a half operation, which related to the science part, and also half of the business, which related to the upstream part.
How about Kim? How?
Okay. Since I have a clear vision to study logistics and a little interest to study logistics, I go to the education fair where held in Kuala Lumpur to do some research about the informations for the each university. Then I think the reason why I choose Utah is that Utah program structures seems more attractive. For example, it's more prefer to study international international transportations and global trade. Something kind of study international business rather than study some like some managements like HR management that's not relevant to the logistic. Yeah, so when compared with other schools, Utah is totally different. So besides that, the other reason that I do not want to choose other colleges is I don't want to study in diploma, but I would like to say I want to study in foundations. That give me more time to think about whether logistic is suitable for me. Of course, Utah is ranked the top in Malaysia, so in the future, it is good for me to easily get the opportunity to work outside the country, so, such as Singapore. Yeah, so moreover, I would like to say the tuition at Utah Free is quite cheaper than other school. So my family will support me to study there because of their study environment. That's all for me.
Okay. So how about In Xiong?
For me, I actually got visit the Utah's open day and go there to look at, and there's someone introduced me the logistic course, and for my opinion, I also think that this course is very important in the future and can have many opportunities to expand our social networking and also know more people. Yeah.
Okay. So is it possible for you to tell us more about your first impression of Utah? We start off from Kim Hao.
Okay. Sorry. My first impressions of Utah is having a big campus. So then I really love the environment surrounded by Utah. Yeah, it made me feel close to the things and people who are around me. So actually, I also like this kampong lifestyle. Yeah, that kampong lifestyle is my type. So also the lecture over there is kind and helpful. Some lecturer even can make friends with me. So I am very grateful that I made a good choices that I think can make a lot of memories there and enjoy it. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. How about Eng Xiong?
Okay. Actually, it bring me a very good impression because the environment is really good, like Kim Hao said just now, and the environment is make me feel freedom and the people around is kind. Yeah.
For me, firstly, I went to the Utah. Definitely is a very, very big campus area I have seen before. And there are many different facilities and blocks, about 10 to 14 blocks at the campus area. And the facility is quite enough for us to study, as the library resources, the computer laboratory, and all of the equipment is quite nice when I go in and try about it, a range of the services which provided by the Utah. And actually, in the campus area, there are many, many of the green habitat natural, some as the tree and the pond. You can enjoy a peaceful green environment in the Utah campus area. And also when you have to like to have a lunch or have a fast meal, you can just go to the food stop which is along the path connected with the block and the block, and you can enjoy your meal very fast. And you don't need to have a meal at canteen, and you may have a meal at the food store. They also have the efficient facility, efficient equipment for you to enjoy your meal. That's all.
Okay. So let's refer back to the programs. Is it possible for you to share with our attendees your first semester in Utah?
Okay. In the beginning for the semester, actually I'm not very good at making friends, and I'm quite shy. But the environment make me have some changes. So after I have uh joined in make in the environment, I also how to say with can make friends easily. Then for the studying period that time I feel quite stressed because my studying is not very well, and some courses I'm not catching up very well. So after after that, um, I catch up with the lecturer and study back with the notes that given. So if in the Utah is quite can say like very relaxed university, but if you from if you are not very hardworking so but then you will very easily to miss up. So this is my experience.
Okay. In my first semester, I feel shy, and I would take the initiative to make friends with others. So I actually have same situations with Enxions, but after few class, the lecturer will arrange the new group mates for me. So I will make my new friends. Yeah. So also I will feel stressful when and first entering to the Utah, because there's totally different study move between the secondary schools. For example, the time is more flexible and there's fewer classes. It is hard to me to consult the lecturer and yeah, and ask my friends. But also I have a lot of new things to learn. So I need to have a good time management to revise the classes or revise the notes after classes. So actually the midterm and the final assessments also are quite hard for me. So I need to sacrifice more time to prepare for my final assessments and midterms. Other than that, I also have an enjoyable time in every semester in Utah. After meeting with the new friends, I will be having a lunch or dinner with them. It made me do not feel alone all the times. Something we also will be gathering for fun or exercise. In overall, I would like to say uni life will totally assist your your expectation. Yeah, so that's part for me.
Okay, so actually, as we know, today's webinar is Logistic and International Shipping Society. So how did you join Logistic and International Shipping Society? And then any position you're holding now?
Oh, for the Logistics and International Shipping Society, actually I joined it through the recruitment showcase at the orientation day when I entered the campus. So started from year 2, I am holding the position of the assistant secretary of the society, and I get this position is through the nomination during the general meeting, the virtual general meeting held by the society in May 2020. That is my year 2 Sem 1 study.
Yes. Okay. For me, I'm the president in the Logistics and International Shipping Society. Actually, I love to participate and organizing events. Even I study in secondary school or Utah. So when there is a recruitment from Logistics Society, I would like to decide to participate it without any hesitations. After getting closely with seniors and participate a lot of events, senior has recommended me to replace their positions before they leave the society. So I would like to say I want to make the society better, and I think I can do more better than others. So I can recommend myself to become a president in the Logistics and International Shipping Society.
So for me, I'm taking the assistant auditor in this society. This is the committee member nominate me for this position. Since they trust me, they can for this position. So I try my best to help this society to be very well in the future. Thank you.
Okay. So is there any advice to the journals and Form 4 or Form 5 students?
Yes. Yeah. For the Form 5 and Form 4 and Form 5 students and junior, I would like to say if you have no idea about your future, you should go to explore yourself and find your patience, because your future is decided by your own choice, and the different choice could make different futures. You must choose the path that most suit your best among so many choices. If you choose your own future path, please don't give up and do your best to complete it. For those who do not have ideas about what course you want to learn, my suggestions is you can study foundation first in Utah like me. it can help you to explore yourself more in 1 year of foundations. Then I hope you can find out what is more meaningful to yourself. In the end, I have the confidence to tell you honestly that study in Utah campus is an amazing experience that you will not forget about it. For the people who want to study logistics, I would like to tell you that logistics is a more challenging job and is customer oriented. It will not like other job. It will more depend on detailed planning and professional management operations. So you have to have a clear mindset and take more time to handle any situations until managing everything to be good or perfect in order to meet your expectations. So to be honest, after you graduate, working in logistics is a business job. You have to engage in work whenever and wherever possible. Moreover, I think you should try to improve yourself by more exploring in these 3 years of the study course. Because the knowledge of logistics is deeper than you think, that you have to learn more before you start to intern or work. Lastly, the experience is more important for you to work in logistics. So when you're taking these courses, you have to catch the chance to communicate with the expert, like lecturer. So that will very help you in your future career. In the end, if you decide logistics has your future career, I hope you can success in the future. Yeah, that's all. That's all for my part.
Okay, so for the juniors, if you all really don't know what to study, then you can think about what you want to be, what you want to work in the future. This, I think, because this is a direct way to know what you want. And one thing is that don't be shy to ask questions from the lecture, because the knowledge is to you, not for them. So, but currently now is almost online classes that then you can play back the recorded video, and also can the lecturer also got the consultation hour, then you can find them, and also pay attention in the class, because some classes that you miss out, then you are very hard to catch back. So for you guys, trust yourself and do the best. Don't give up. Okay, thank you.
Okay. For juniors, I think that you should set your direction as fast as possible. No matter you want to enroll in which industry, for example, a computer industry or a manufacturing industry or engineering industry or even my industry about the logistics and international shipping. So when you set up the direction, this you can just stand on the direction you stand in and go ahead. For the direction chosen, you may based on your interesting, maybe you are interested in the science subject like chemistry, then you choose a chemistry industry. Or like me, I am not quite interested in scientific subject, and I just choose a business subject which have mostly business, but some of part of need operation term or operation thinking. So direction is very important for me, and I advise you to have a good direction and a correct direction. Also, when you come into a tertiary study in university, there will not be any flexible time slot, or we say that tight studying schedule for you. So the time is actually arranged by yourself. So time management is very, very important when you come into university. In other words, time management also very important in your life. So if you don't have a proper time management, you can try to have it by scheduling your activities daily or something else to improve your time management. As when you go into the university, you don't have anyone to guide you or monitor you to study or something, as the classes and also the time slot is freely chosen by ours. So I can build my own style of my suitable time slot. Maybe I start my class on 10 o'clock and I went back at my class on end my day class at 2 p.m. So I just back to 2 p.m. and I can rest at my home. But you also need to study else, even though you are not in the classes, as tertiary study is not quite easy about same as our secondary study. Also, is a very hard study. So try your best to have a good time management and be hardworking. So talk to my program, logistics. This is a challenging career when you enroll to the employment sector. It is because a logistician, which they are provide a logistic company, they are providing services to the customer. So the first thing you need to do is have a good communication or learn how to communicate with all kinds of people, whether from any different background. As you see, the delivery service and also the logistics service is actually emerging our world very rapidly and have a rapid growth nowadays. So, and also I share about some of the experience. For logistics, you are not only to just selling the services to the customer and negotiate with the customer. You also need to coordinate with all of the trade partners, like drivers, the lorry driver, the car driver, or even the custom clerk, which from government part, and also others big boss, which from the airport, or if you are enrolled in the airport industry, you need to communicate with the airport authority or something else. So definitely you will face many different type of people which is from different background than you. So communication is very important if you want to study in logistics. And also if you are a person who like to face challenging and you don't want your future will be always be boring, you can choose the logistics. Because logistics is really a challenging career. Then I hope that you all can join the logistics sector in future. That's all. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for the sharing. We are now come to Q&A section. If you have any questions, please click the chat box at the bottom and paste your questions. Dear attendees, kindly fill in the evaluation form that already paste a link from the top in the chat box. This evaluation form is used to improve our future webinars. There's a question from the chat box. How was your transition from Form 5 science stream into this program? Since you are not familiar with accounting, finance, and economics, I think this have to refer to Jing Xiang, right? You're from science stream.
Yes, I am from science stream. For this question, yes, at the earliest past, I have faced some difficulty because I am not in the upstream, which haven't been touched before those subjects like accounting, finance, and economy. But slowly, I can overcome these difficulties. Actually, for the accounting, finance, and economy is also a max part. So if your mathematic concept is quite good, you will not be a very big trouble to you. And also, if you really do know the accounting steps or something of the accounting concept, I usually just refer to the textbook which listed in my course outline of Utah. And also some of the time I will also seek for my lecturer for consultation hour. During the consultation hour, you can ask everything you want, at least related to the subject and what difficulty you want, and that will be a one-to-one communication way. So it's very useful as the lecturer is just face one student, which is you, and you can just freely ask during the consultation hour. So ask until you have understand all those things. At least for my experience, it's like that. So I slowly and I quite fast. I quite fast can accept all of the concept and also understanding of the concept. And when you have a briefly concept of this subject, and you will be very easy to familiar with further subject, like business subject for logistic, because this subject is actually just a part of the logistic. Logistic subject got includes those and also have some of the operational part. And you don't need to worry too much about those subjects, as this subject is just a very basic touch out of business subject only. That's all.
Okay, there's another question from Ong Ping Hing. Have you all gone through internship? If yes, can share your experience with the attendees and which working logistic company you are in.
Oh,
So-
okay. Me first.
Okay.
I already got the intern from the last semester. I work in Klang. The company is Teguh Cemerlang Sdn Berhad, and this is a corporate office of one. This is one of the group of the company. Yeah. Their purpose is to help the customer to do the custom clearance and other transportation mode services. For my internship main job, I'm doing the import and export declaration for making sure the goods can get through the custom and go to other country. So I also got stay in the warehouse for a few weeks and for watching their operation, how they are loading and unloading the goods, something like that. And I also got do the inspection and the stock count. This quite very interesting and challenging because you will face another person that maybe brings ask you some question, and then you must understand what is your warehouse doing and what is what about the products and yeah, this is my experience in the internship.
For me, actually, I am also same with Inchong, taking my internship program during my last sem, and I am working in the quantum logistics, which has Q based in Shalam. This company is multinational, so he have some of the branch at overseas, like Philippines, Vietnam, Australia, and so on. So this quantum logistics is actually a freight forwarder services provider, and I will under the Department of Fleet Management. Fleet management means that I need to arrange the transportation for all of the goods entering the warehouse or out of the warehouse, or any customer who would like to find a transportation from us. And I also need to be aware about those customer and arrange those transportation. Mainly is the lorry to them. So as during my internship experience, I also have counter many difficulties. As when I am just start working, when I am entering the company, this company quite big. So I need to, and I am a new guy for the company. So when I enter, I actually just sit at there and see how the people working, because logistics is quite this company is quite busy company. So until afternoon, I just got some a small opportunity to follow my supervisor to go through the warehouse procedure and see how the goods loading and unloading. So the first time I will find out that most of the things are actually not come from our textbook, because our textbook is those theoretical prospect, which is not more on the practical part. So first day when I am in the company, I am quite confusing and conflicting. So after the first day, I try to see when I see more and when I go through more, I will quite comfortable. So for this company, actually he's handling mostly about the export and import activity. from East Malaysia to our West Malaysia, or from West Malaysia to East Malaysia. And some of the international business from Malaysia export to outsider and also imported into the Malaysia. So because I am a fleet plan, I am under the fleet management, which need to assign the transportation to all of those business. So I need to familiar with other department. For example, I need to know about the East Malaysia department. How is their operational activity? From there, I can only estimated what is the lorry driver, how could the lorry driver be arranged? Is it need to arrive at 4 p.m.? Is it need to arrive at 2 p.m.? Or is it will cause delay or something else? So actually in my department, I have collaborated with many different departments like warehousing and also the export import department and some of the documentation department. So it's quite wide range. And transportation also many different types because lorry we got very different types, and those lorry which make will be based on the vendor interest. For example, the vendor would like to make a lorry about 12 feet long, then the vendor will have this kind of lorry. And when you come to another vendor, maybe their lorry only 10 feet long. So you need to know how about the dimension of the lorry, and from there you can know about the capacity of the lorry and put how many goods to maximize those things. This is the logistics service, important logistics service. So it is quite challenging. And at that time, I have arranged about 60 shipments from through the whole Malaysia. So, got Shah Alam to KL, got Shah Alam to Klang, got Shah Alam to Malacca, got Johor to Malacca. So depends on the customer request. That's all.
Okay. There's another question from Adrian. Does logistics include about IT program? I think he maybe need to know during your structure, we learn about IT related IT programs or not lah, I think. So from now you're in year 2, right? So all the structure you go through until now, did any subject related to any IT programs?
I think it's not.
I think not including.
So more basically for calculations.
Yeah.
For the technology part, I think you will touch only the concept because we still have the courses outlining the information logistics. So you'll touch about the logistic technology users in logistics, but you will not encounter the practical users. So for the practical users as well in logistic industry, you will mostly use Microsoft Excel oftenly. So we will not touch too much, but still got some touches.
Okay, Adrian, hope to answer your questions. There's another additional question from my side. So we all know about international shipping divided into 3 methods. So for like courier service, air freight, and sea freight, which method you more prefer, and will it be your future career prospect? We start up from Jin Xiang.
I think for the 3 services, I think I quite interested is the sea freight and air freight. As I'm not quite interested in courier service because courier service is something like you just arrange the transportation through the routes, and you will quite less to touch about the export and import. But I am quite interested in the import and export. So if I graduated, I may choose the sea freight or air freight because air freight is the independent freight rather than compare with the sea freight. But mostly the sea freight is the most highly recommended job, which need a lot of people, including the seafarers and also a range of the clerks for in this industry. So in my future prospect, I think I plan to be a planner for transportation planner or inventory planner or export import planner. That's all.
Then from me, I also prefer to the air freight and sea freight because I think it can have more challenges and can also increase the social networking, and then can also know more expert person in this area. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. For me, I have also have same decisions with Enxiong and Jingxiang. In these three method, I also will choose the sea fry and the air fry. Because if you have little interest in the carrier flights, I think you better have a good capital to invest to gain more the profits. Since as I know, there's many type of carrier flights in exist in Malaysia already. So there's a quite huge competitions in this carrier is in this market of carrier flight. So for me, I would like to work in the port. Yeah, to for example, like the port in Singapore, I will wonder how the port systems or the shipping company to handle this large amount of cargo in the maritime industry. Yeah, I also want to be a planner in these shipping companies to handle this amount of cargo. Because I think it's quite more challenging and can make me feel more interesting in it lah. So yeah, that's part for me.
Okay, so Kim Hao, just now you for your section, you mentioned that you have the working experience before you enroll to Utah. So may I know how long you've been working in this logistic company before you enroll to Utah? Can you share about your experience?
Okay, yes, that's great. I have been working in the one of the logistic company in Singapore for half years. Yeah. Actually, I work. The company is more like the distribution warehouse that I work. So where it handle more the main handle goods over there are the spare part of the car. Yeah. What is the distribution warehouse? I will give a simple answer lah. The distribution warehouse is the center that orders and collects the goods from the supplier that existing in Singapore. Then the the warehouse will load the goods into a container and send them to the port for delivery overseas. Yeah, this company actually has quite several retail shops in different countries like Philippines, Papua New Guinea, and Indonesia. Then my job has a stockkeeper in this distribution warehouse that is to receive, check and packing the goods. Sometimes I even have to learn how to optimize the use of the space in the container to load the goods, or learn how to optimize the use of the space in warehouse, which I have two more like the labor job, like the mangala job lah. Yeah, I have to frequently move the goods around day to day, or I have to know. I have to optimize the movement of the goods in the warehouse to make the warehouse become more efficiency and sufficient. Yeah, in the operations of the warehouse. So when I receive the orders, I have to pick the goods and quickly pack it to on a pallet and quickly load into a container. So that is my job that I work in Singapore. Yeah. So also, I would like to say, the working life in Singapore is enjoyable and funny. So also everybody knows the salary in Singapore is quite yeah, is like the cheaper of salary in Malaysia. Yeah. That's
Okay.
what
Thank
for
you,
me.
Kim Hao.
Yeah.
So is there any question from our attendees? ZS, I think your question have better refer back to our live chat counselor, program counselor, because our student may not know the difference between these two programs. So for better information, kindly refer to our program counselor. There's another question from Adrian. What is the learning mode, practicals or theoreticals for these programs?
I think you will face mainly theoretical learning mode in this program, and very few about the practical learning mode.
So Adrian and the student and answer your questions. Okay. So any question from attendees? If no more questions, I think we will end for the Q&A sections. Okay. Last but not least, today's webinar will be recorded at our official Facebook page, Utah for You. For further inquiry, you may contact us at WeChat, Utahnet, and then our hotline, through email or through our website. Thank you for joining us today and have a nice day.